So what is finished compost and what is vermiculite? So let's talk about finished compost first. Now, if you've been composting at home, and I hope you have been, then when it's finished, it's heated up, it's done its thing, it's broken right down, it's got that real humusy, almost turning into soil. Well, it's basically a finished compost, nearly done. You can use it in larger plants and potted pots and things like that, but we're going to talk about that later. But to finish it off for seeds, what we need is a screen, something like this. You might have a little DIY version. There are a couple of mil holes in each one. I just got this from the hardware shop. You get your compost, you throw it in, put a bucket down below, scrape it all in, and the nice fine material comes through. And we want that fine material because we don't want the seed fighting big, heavy, chunky bits to have to push it out of the way and extend too much energy. So that's what finished compost is. Let's move into vermiculite, which I've got some here on my table. And I'm going to give you a look. I'm going to get some out of this bucket here. Now, vermiculite is mica, a mineral that comes out of the volcano, and they crack it like popcorn. And we get a good look at it here. So the camera's getting in on it nice and close there. You can get all different types of grades of this. 1, 2, and 3. Now, this is the finest grade at the moment, right down to 1, which is very good for fine seeds. If you're going up into larger seeds, 2 and 3 is okay. But I recommend that you actually float around the 2 and 3. I could only get the 1 at this time, but any of them are okay. If you can get any of them, grab the 2 and the number 3. So why do we use vermiculite in our medium? Well, what it does is it's very moisture retentive, so it holds a lot of moisture, and it also sucks in the nutrients that's around it and makes it available to the plants over time. And even better still, it's nice and light and fluffy. And when we mix it through our mix, so what we do is we do a 50-50 mix, half compost, finished compost, to half vermiculite. And what that does is it creates a very aerated medium which allows the roots to move through it freely. And the compost holds 70% water, so it holds a lot of moisture, but at the same time it's draining freely, allowing those roots to move right through the container and getting a nice big developed root system. See, what roots do is actually search for food. So every time it hits a little vermiculite, it's going off and grabbing a little bit of that nutrient. And it's also grabbing a little bit from the compost and stuff like that, moving down through the container, and we're creating a nice, big, healthy, productive root system.